If you're thinking about buying the Meta Quest 3 VR headset, stop right there, because I have some surprising insights that will completely change the way you see this device. Meta Quest 3 promises next-level VR with stunning 4K plus graphics, wireless freedom, and an upgraded processor. But here's what surprised me. It's not all rainbows and unicorns in virtual reality. Instead of the flawless experience you might expect for $599, there are some hidden issues, quirks, and real user concerns you need to know before diving in. So if you want to avoid wasting your money, stick around because I'm about to reveal the honest, unfiltered truth about the Meta Quest 3, and who it's actually good for, and who should maybe wait. Let's kick things off with the biggest claims that Meta makes. A nearly 30% leap in resolution that promises breathtaking detail with a 4K plus infinite display, lightning-fast graphical power with the new Snapdragon XR2 Gen 2 processor, plus 2+ hours of battery life to keep you gaming, streaming, and trekking through virtual worlds. Sounds like a dream, right? But hold on, there's more under the hood that might just make you pause. First off, Meta Quest 3's wireless design is supposed to let you roam and explore untethered, a huge win over earlier VR models. However, while the freedom of no wires is undeniably liberating, many users report that the headset does get a bit heavy and clunky after an hour or so. And if you're planning marathon VR sessions, the comfort factor suddenly becomes very important. The headset fits snug, but it doesn't offer the comfort upgrade some expected, so prepare for a little VR neck burn. Think of it like holding a pizza box on your head, fun for a minute, but then your neck says no. Now let's talk graphics because the Quest 3 touts a 2x graphical processing power boost over the Quest 2. That Snapdragon XR2 Gen 2 processor is meant to deliver crisp, smooth images and reduce load times. And while in bright demo scenes, the visuals genuinely look sharp and immersive, there's a catch. The leap is noticeable only in certain titles designed to utilize the full power. For older games or less optimized apps, the difference can feel underwhelming. So if you're expecting a universal, mind-blowing upgrade across the board, that might not happen. It's like upgrading from pretty good coffee to good coffee. Not necessarily best coffee you've ever had every time. One of the coolest features is the dual RGB color cameras that enable full color pass-through. This means you can blend your real physical space with your virtual surroundings for mixed reality experiences. In theory, this is amazing, but honestly, the implementation still feels a bit like tech in beta. The real-world graphics can look grainy and glitchy, causing immersion-breaking moments that can quickly pull you out of the experience. It's also not a replacement for true AR glasses yet, so don't expect magic. Imagine you're in a horror game, and suddenly your cat walks through your real room with those grainy visuals. Spooky, but not exactly seamless. And here's a twist. The Meta Quest 3 ships with 8 GB of RAM, which is 33% more memory compared to its predecessor. This upgrade should mean smoother multitasking and more responsive gameplay. However, more memory doesn't mean much if the software ecosystem lags behind. Unfortunately, the Quest 3's App Store still struggles with game variety and consistent quality. Meta does offer instant access to 100+ games plus a 3-month trial, but how many of those are worth your time? Let's be honest, there's a glut of mediocre titles sprinkled in, so it's a bit of a VR jungle out there. Okay, so we've talked hardware, comfort, and software, but what about battery life? Meta Quest 3 boasts improved battery with over 2 hours of continuous play. But here's a pro tip. Heavy games or graphics-intensive apps will drain that battery much faster. Don't expect a single charge to last you through a full day of VR gaming. You might find yourself tethered to a charger more often than you like, somewhat defeating the purpose of wireless freedom. Now, who is Meta Quest 3 really for? If you're a casual player or someone looking to dip their toes into VR without breaking the bank on a PC-tethered setup, This headset brings undeniable value. The wireless design, decent comfort, and sharp display for the price point make it accessible and pretty fun. It's also great for those who want to stream content on a massive virtual screen or try out VR fitness games without complicated hardware setups. But if you're a hardcore VR enthusiast expecting flawless immersion, buttery smooth multitasking, and flawless comfort for hours, you might want to hold off or consider premium alternatives. Speaking of alternatives, the Meta Quest 2 has slashed prices and still delivers solid performance for many gamers. Plus, tethered VR systems like the Valve Index or PlayStation VR 2 offer richer experiences if you don't mind being plugged in. So the Quest 3 walks a fine line between convenience and cutting-edge tech. It's impressive but not perfect. Now for a quick story. My friend bought a Meta Quest 3 right after launch, all jazzed for full immersion. After about 30 minutes, he looked like he'd been wrestling a particularly squirmy raccoon, because he kept readjusting the headset as it shifted on his face. He joked the VR gods were punishing him for failing to calibrate it properly. But the real kicker, when he tried the pass-through feature, his dog walked through the virtual wall looking like a pixelated ghost. Rather terrifying and hilarious at the same time. Moral of the story: don't expect flawless VR magic just yet, and maybe train your dog for cameo appearances in VR if you get it. Let's lighten the mood with a few VR jokes to keep you entertained while you ponder your wallet. Why did the VR gamer break up with reality? Because it was too much of a drag. Or, what's a VR headset's favorite exercise? Head spins. And here's one for the techies. Why did the headset get a promotion? Because it had great resolution. Last one. I told my VR headset a joke, but it couldn't see the punchline. Guess virtual humor needs work. Back on track, final verdict. Despite its quirks and issues, the Meta Quest 3 remains one of the most accessible and exciting standalone VR headsets available today. The leap in resolution, wireless freedom, and mixed reality capabilities signify the future of gaming and entertainment. While you shouldn't expect a flawless, premium experience for $600, the Quest 3 delivers solid value for casual VR enthusiasts, content streamers, and newbies looking to explore. Plus, the Amazon-exclusive bundle with Gorilla Tag goodies and 2,000 shiny rocks is an added bonus that makes the purchase sweeter. So, if you're ready to dive into VR without the hassle of wires or complex setups, and don't mind a few imperfections here and there, the Meta Quest 3 might just be your perfect gateway into virtual worlds. Before you go, remember to check the link in the description for the best prices on Amazon. These prices change fast, so don't wait too long if this seems like the right fit for you. Whether you decide to take the plunge or hold off for a bit, knowledge is power. And now you're equipped to make the smartest decision for your VR future. Happy gaming, and may your virtual adventures be glitch-free.